going on YouTube? This is your boy Jita, and I'm back with another review. This time I have FansToys FT-30C Goose, which is their homage to a masterpiece Skydive Aerialbot type. Here's the front of the box, side of the box, Goose, and here's the product shots to the back of the box. What he look like, what he comes with, and what he can do. Side, artwork on the top, artwork on the bottom, and off the box goes. And inside the box, along with your figure, you do get some accessories. You get your collector's card right here, stats in the back, a little bit of a write-up. You can pause it, read it. Instruction booklet. Instructions are very well done. You get an alternate face. Now mine didn't come with the right face. I got two neutral faces. I'm supposed to come with a alternate screaming face. So I have to reach out to FansToys and see how I get the correct face for that. And he comes with two pistols. Nicely molded on a gunmetal paint. Nice finish to it. Got that little flickety flick finish to it. And not much to it. So, and here is our feature figure. Here is Goose Skydive, and he is a member of the Aerialbots. Transforms into a F-16, and he looks great. Very impressive figure right out the box. He gets that FansToys finish that we also love. The transformation is not difficult at all. Not to say that it is super easy, and it's not super challenging at the same time. It's very satisfying, in my opinion. And take a look at this figure. He looks great. Looks really great. Can't complain about him whatsoever. Like I said, nice red going throughout. I can't tell what's painted. I'm not a real big paint guy, but everything looks really finished to me. I think these shoulders are painted. They are die cast and gunmetal gray. You got the black plastic right here. I like this translucent. Did right here, and you can see the detail going on behind it. Same thing with his chest. You can see the inner workings in there. Makes it look more, to me, it looks more of a masterpiece to me. Even though the TFC didn't use the translucent, but it didn't pop like this one does. Or just like on Motor Master, didn't pop at all that I reviewed either. But yeah, see throughout. He got his tail fins on the back. The backpack is an Aerialbot, so you're supposed to expect the backpack, him to have one. It doesn't bother me at all. I mean, what you gonna do? And we're gonna do a comparison with the Zeta version of this backpack, just to see how it stacks up together. But I mean, it's an Aerialbot. You're supposed to expect the backpack, and it doesn't bother me at all. Like I said, I'm gonna split my figures from the back, and it doesn't make him back heavy. He can't stand on this felt table for some reason. But I've seen pictures of him doing the Michael Jackson lean, but it doesn't do that. If you put him on a hard surface, he doesn't lean back at all. It's just like this. But yeah, as far as articulation goes, head can look up. It is on a pin joint attached to a mushroom peg. So you need to look up, look left, about, yeah, all the way around 360 the head. Left and right, you can't get the tilt because it's not a ball joint. Can't look down at all. I don't know if I said that or not. Arms can go around 360, but they are blocked by the backpack, and they are on ratchet joints, a very soft ratchet, but yet strong. Goes up at the shoulder about that much. Rotation at the bicep. Single hinge elbow. Rotation at the wrist. Typical FansToys fingers. I'm not going to go too much into that. We all know what fingers are. And here's the controversial thing. He can't rotate. He can rotate going to his right, but he can't rotate going to his left at the waist. And that is because you got this panel right here. And that's for like the transformation. And you can't go past it. And I don't see there's any way to take it off. People, it doesn't bother me. I'm never really going to use it. I was playing with the thing yesterday, and I didn't even notice until this morning, you know, until I saw it online and someone was talking about it, because I didn't even use the waist articulation. So I guess it's something that's nice to have, but are you really going to use it? That's what I'm saying. Like, no, you're not. So yeah, it was on a ratchet joint nonetheless. Hip skirts to move up. Two on the front, two on the side. Backwards on some tight ratchets. Going back about that much. Go forward about that much, which is fine. And go out the side, and it's just on a friction. Upper groin rotation. Bend at the knee. Nice looking knee joint right there. 9 degrees right there. And you do get, can't go down the foot or up, or go up slightly at the foot. But if you rotate the ankle, you can get some more up and down out of that. But as far as him standing, it's really limited. You can move the toe down because of transformation. And that is about it for articulation on this guy. All right, let's do some size comparisons. Here he is next to FansToys Breakdown. Here he is next to a Make Toys Seeker. Next to Match the Square Optimus Prime. FansToys Silverbolt. And the comparison with Zeta's Skydive. And you can see the differences between the two. FansToys going for more of the cartoon look. Zeta went with the toy / Studio Ox look. Besides the look, just from the materials and engineering, FansToys is the far superior one. Just because this, like I said in my closing thoughts on my combined mode for his team, I felt like I was getting TSC Uranus 2.0 with them. I didn't feel satisfied that I had a masterpiece Aerialbot set. But then again, I got with this, and I got that transformation, that engineering, the screen's masterpiece. And this, looking back, I feel like I settled getting this, and it feels like Chuckster piece. And Chuckster piece is, for those you don't know, it feels like it's an upscaled Chug or Generations figure made into masterpiece form or masterpiece size. And you can see in the tails of the backpacks, I don't have his nose cone extended out, but he does have a smaller backpack, but he is cleaner overall. You know, got these huge panels on his arm and stuff like that. It looks more of a sleeker model. Yeah, his backpack has a lot of stuff going on with it and everything. But I mean, so does the rest of him, you know, the blocky legs and stuff like that. And he can hold his gun in his hands. Typical FansToys or typical masterpiece. Peg it in right there. Blah, nothing to it but to do it. And let's get into the transformation. One thing I want to say about the face, the face sculpt looks great. They've come a long way with their faces. They got a blemish on here. But they got another one to swap out with. Yeah? So, but they gonna come along with their faces. Only thing I don't like is the eyes. I wish they'd go back to the chromed out eyes, the chromed out blue and red instead of doing the painted. I mean, it popped more. It seemed like they're more alive. Even though these don't look dead at all, but they pop more with the chrome blue. It's just a thing for me. All right. First thing I'm gonna do is put his hands into a fist. And open up this panel. Let me bring this camera back. I can see what I'm doing. Open up. Put this in. First time you do it's gonna be very tight. And you're gonna be like, how am I gonna get this back out because it's so tight? But it'll loosen up. Trust me. Same thing on the side. Open that up. And close that up. You know, open up the shoulder pad on the side right here. It's kind of weird. I never experienced this before. It's kind of like an accordion. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna lift this arm up at the shoulder. Then you're going to work. Then you got this little notch right here that's gonna start coming down. And you're gonna just work his arm up so that now that the notch is pointed straight down parallel with his forearm. And make sure it is parallel with his forearm. You might have to work it a little bit more so you'll be able to tab, close this back up and put the tab into here. And you gotta make sure that that is all the way down. It took me a while to get it done the first time. It seems like it's gonna take me a little while to get it done this time too. If it does, I'll just do a cut. Okay, there we go. What you gotta do is make sure that put the shoulder back down to its side so that it gives you extra space. Then close this up. Then you're gonna need some force. You're gonna collapse this forearm up like so. Same thing on the other side. Hope I can show you better on this side without having to cut away. Open this up. And move it out to shoulder out to the side, make some clearance for that notch. Then you're gonna work it down. Then you're gonna put this arm back to the side. And make sure it's all the way in there. Then you close it up like so. Then collapse the arm. Next, what you're gonna do is open this, move his arms up out the way, move these wings out the way. And if you have one, you might need a spudger, but you're gonna take this part right here, this panel, untab it on both sides, and you're going to open up his front of his chest. This is where you need a spudger. Spudger in right there. Open this up, untab the head, bring it back, bring this up, move out the way, bring his chest up. Then you're going to fold these panels inside of the chest. And when you get them out the box, these panels are going to be inside the chest anyway, so you got to pull these out to have them completely transformed and whatnot. Now you're going to pull these panels right here, the shoulder panel, forward. And you should go forward a little tiny bit as far as it goes on both sides. Now what you're going to do, you're going to rotate this inwards like so. Then you're going to push it back out. The same panel we just pulled out, we're going to push it back out that way like so. Now we're going to rotate the rest of the arm into the body like so. Same thing other side. It's out and push this way, rotate it in to the body, and make sure you got that all the way. It's a little tight fit, but it should fit. Then you're gonna push both sides back in like so. Now you can bring the chest back down, just peg it together, and bring the head back down. And you can go ahead and rotate the head to the back right now if you choose to do that. So next we're going to do are the legs. Take your feet, fold the heel spurs in. They're kind of loosey-goosey. Don't worry about it. That toe will keep it in there. Untab tail fins like so. And you're going to rotate them this way and Then you're going to bring it out that way and have it down like so. All right, next we're going to do, you're going to open these panels right here on his knees. And it goes, yeah, it's this way. Put the landing gear. Oh, move this back. Don't move this, yeah. Because it'll prevent you from opening up this side panel right there that you need. Leave open, so leave your tail fin down right there. And what you're going to do is kind of like a sideways accordion, which we haven't really seen. Well, I haven't seen before on a transformer. So you're going to unpeg it, then you're going to roll it down, and it's kind of a tight fit also. So then what you're going to do is you're going to get this tab right here. It's going to go to this notch right there. All right, once you got that in, go ahead and close your panel back up. And close your knee pad up also if you haven't done so already. And that's one side done. Same thing on the other side. Hopefully it goes more smoothly than the other side did. You untap your tail fin, rotate it around. So that you're like this. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to open up the side panel. And if you want, you can open up this, your knee pad. Bring your landing gear out. Close that up. And what helped me last time, lift this up, your hip skirt. Then accordion side out. Bring it down. And you should split the leg, get a little bit more room. This is that notch. Should sit flush. And close this panel up. And then you can bring your tail fin side down like so. Other side, same thing, down like so. And you gotta push your feet up if you haven't done so already. Then you can tab both sides in together. Hip skirts back down, and there you have the legs done. Now for the jet portion, this gets a little tricky. Bring this out so you can see what you're doing. And what you're going to do is you're going to untab right here where the screw is at, and I'm pointing at, and it should be moving on a metal armature. And it tabs in very well, I must say. That you might need help of your spudger. Get it free there, like so. Then what you're going to do next is you're going to untab this from the body. So you have to pull that apart, and you're going to pull it pretty much like so. Like that. Same thing other side. Your spudger. Untab. So it tabs in very well right there. Untab this portion there. And it came apart. Then you can unaccordion your backpack. Next, go ahead and bring this down for right now. Next, what you're going to do is untab this portion up here. So tabs in, tab, port right there. Same thing on both sides. And you can bring this up to get out the way for right now. We're going to work on the back portion first. So go ahead and unfold your wings. Like so. What you're going to do, bring this out, move that hinge, then it's going to catch on you're gonna fold it under. This portion is gonna like latch onto right here, and this is gonna tab into there. And then you push together, then you can make sure they're all tabbed together. Same thing other side. Part, move this hinge, then you push it, then make sure it's tabbed in. Then you want to rotate. Let me see if I can do this so y'all can see it. This one already moved itself. So it's sitting like this. So you're gonna bring it down. It's on an armature. And it's gonna sit in here. You can see that. So you're going to rotate it. So that's sitting there, you go. And like so, then you're gonna bring it down. Well, I can't bring it down to the other side, it's done too. To the other side, and this one moves a lot easier than the other one does. And the two halves tap together. Then you're gonna bring it down, and you got these two blocks that are on the back of his legs during robot mode. They'll act as a guide for you to slide it down and peg everything in. Everything should start pegging in. Make sure the feet are still collapsed because they might be a little loose. And you start tapping all this stuff in. Close this bay. If it came back open, start pushing down, massaging, if you will. Next, what you're gonna do, you're gonna bring the wings up, and they're going to peg in to right in here. Right there, slot right there, slot up in here. And this would not work if you still have that chest panel that we folded up. If that thing is still sticking out, then you won't be able to peg it in. So accomplish this feat. So there you go. Camera. Same thing on the side. Make sure you're all lined up. There. Do the same thing, tail fins. Bring them up, and there's a peg right there, and this is going to slot into right there. Then you're going to push it in, like so. Same thing other side. All right, the tail, it's pretty easy. Peg it in, peg it together, flip this up. You're almost done. Next, we're gonna do, we're gonna open this up. This was a beast to get open, especially once the trying to transform back to robot mode. Like so. Then you're gonna, and you really have to do this step. You don't want to, but if you want to get the landing gear out, you have to. Open the cockpit. Again with the spudger. And it is translucent plastic. Very, very dark, but you can see my finger through. But open it up. Looks very nice. Very nicely detailed. I can see some detail on the control panel right there. And what you're going to do, pull the control panel forward, pull the seat forward, and that's going to open up a little panel at the bottom of the nose. Then you got the landing gear wheel right here behind the seat, and you're going to push it forward. It's kind of tight, like I've been saying, like the rest of the parts of this figure. So you might need a spudger to get it started. Then just push it down throughout. Now we got that. You can go ahead and close it up, and the wheels gonna go between this circle part. That's, you know, let's close that up. Put the seat back down, control panel back down, cockpit back down. And I think I messed up. Open this back up because the head is going to go in here. Sorry about that. All right, bring this down. Yeah, tab right there, and it's going to tab in, slot into right here on the shoulder. So just bring this all down, push as it extends, push it in a little tiny bit as it goes, and you can bring this down and it should tab all in. Get the head right there. You can close this up. Close this bay up. And there you go. You got your Goose transformed into aircraft mode. You can take his pistols, flip the handle up, and they tab in the back. And you can plug them into his wings, which are a very, very tight fit. I mean, I wouldn't advise doing this constantly. I kind of feel like these pegs are going to break. I don't think I got any stress on mine, but you can hear that squeaking. Got to put that FansToys squeak in somewhere, huh? But yeah, there you go. All transformed into fighter jet mode. And it looks very great. Really, very, very well done. Even got the blue, like that blue metallic paint on that tail. Lightning bolt. The yellow paint is very well done. I don't see any bleed through. Maybe a little bit right here. But I don't see any bleed through whatsoever. And the metallic fleck finish on the plastic and the paint really makes this thing pop out. And I do like the cockpit opens up. I like to see something real quick. Here is your spike that comes with your MP44. I think he probably looked too long to sit in here. Oh, snap. Let's see. Get the legs, get the arms up a little bit. Oh, you get your spike. Just sit in here. That's awesome. All right, here's my Dr. Wu partner's spike. And let's see, the Dr. Wu figure can fit in here. That's awesome, though. Might be a use for mush face spike even yet. So yeah, I don't think so. I think he's too broad. Let's make broad in the shoulders. Yeah, he's too manly. Yeah, not gonna fit. Okay, let's do some size comparisons. Here he is next to the MP Seeker mode. And here he is next to Zeta's version of the same character. Now you can see the similarities and the differences of the two. Let's see, what's sitting side by side, which one would you pick? Okay, there you have it. He's a great figure. Another one from FansToys. I didn't get to review their Blur just yet. Just other things been happening, but he's a big improvement over Blur. And Blur has some things. I'm gonna do a review for Blur later on, but just to let y'all know, I felt that Blur had some engineering issues. It seemed very X-Transbot, you know, old school X-Transbot when you had to pry things past each other. But for this, it had nothing to really pry. It had nothing to pry past each other. Everything went smooth throughout the transformation. The only thing is that the joints are very, very tight as far as getting things to move. So it might be just because it's new. Once you transform it a couple of times, it'll loosen up a little bit. But this thing is solid. Just the alt mode alone, that thing is not going anywhere. And as far as anything getting bumped or had a fiddle with anything like that, it is solid. And the bad thing about that, when you're trying to transform back to robot mode, it's kind of a pain trying to get things untabbed because everything tabs in so tight and solid. So, but other than that, man, he fits the part. He looks great. Materials feel great. Got the die cast in the thighs and the shoulder, from what I can tell. Maybe some other places too, but I don't see in the toes. But I don't see it being a problem. But he's a bigger leg anyway, so you need that stability in the legs for a combiner. So in diecast is going to be anywhere. I'd rather be in the legs, give him that stability when standing. Translucent use of that is great. Only thing I like about the face sculpt is just the eyes. I wish they would go back to the chromed out eyes, the chrome blue instead of this. I mean, it's a bright blue. It pops out, but the chrome eyes popped out even more. So I wish they went back to that. I'm not why they changed it. But yeah, I do highly recommend, especially if you're going with the set. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with my Zeta. Probably gonna get rid of it, but I'm gonna hold on to it until I get all the other FansToys ones so I can compare each member when it comes out and then compare the combine mode. All right, y'all. It's been me, Gita. Thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for more reviews, and I'll see you next time.